It's the 41st District Soccer Tournament from Benny Watkins Field in Frankfort, Kentucky tonight. Great crossing at Franklin County. Square off.
David Toll's Auto Pro customers can't go anywhere without him. No matter where life takes you, the David Toll's Auto Pro nationwide warranty is by your side.
Game of the Week is brought to you by David Toll's Auto Pro Tire and Auto Service, a full-service auto repair shop servicing all models. 2 locations to serve your automotive needs. Call 502-352-2988 for an appointment or go to davidtollsautopros.com.
We're at Benny Watkins Field. I'm Lanny Brannick. Alongside me, John Piesheimer. John will be on the play-by-play tonight. John, this is the 41st District. It's actually the first round. There was a play-in game last night, which you called. Franklin County came out on top, their first win of the year, but they're facing off against the number 1 seed, the Great Crossing Lady Warhawks, and they're the number 1 seed for a reason. They're a pretty good team.
That's right, Lanny, and welcome to the soccer side of the spectrum here. And yeah, I mean, you look down the one thing that jumps off the page at you after you get past Kendall Crump for the Lady Warhawks, number 18, who is their leading scorer at 23 goals a game. The scoring load really is distributed pretty evenly, and if you look at that assist, a lot of people get involved with the attack for the Warhawks.
Yeah, this is a team that's going to move it around. They share the ball. And we're about to have the national anthem here in just a moment. And we'll step aside and let you guys hear that and be right back.
Number 12, Ebony Rose. Number 8, Katasia Yunt. Number 10, Cindy Cruz. Number 13, Kendall McLean. Number 19, Bella Kinsella. Number 29, Nazaria Valladares. Number 24, Jayla Bowen. And the goalkeeper, Payson Poole. And now for the Great Crossing Warhawks. Number 2, Bailey Maxwell. Number 4, Finley Ison. Number 6, Emma King. Number 10, Kayleen Tyson. Number 16, Kaylin Crump. Number 18, Kendall Crump. Number 19, Lola Dooley. Number 23, Audrey Addington. Number 32, Julia Baker. Number 38, Peyton Broadus. And the keeper, Chloe Elton. At this time, we ask that you please stand or remove your hats as we honor those who have sacrificed their lives for our freedoms with the playing of the national anthem. Let's play ball!
It's the Cable 10 game of the week, multiple games of the week this week, John.
That's all you can handle.
All you want. If 41st District Soccer, the girls are about to kick off in the what is a first round game? There's a play-in game last night, as we said before. You saw the Franklin County Lady Flyers play last night. What'd you think?
Well, I mean, we didn't have a lot of information going in, and unfortunately I hadn't had the chance to see them play this season, but really they jumped on Western Hills early, and it was hard to really come out of that game talking about anybody besides Jayla Bowen, number 24. You're going to see her, and she's the main point of attack for this Flyer scoring for this front line for the Flyers, and she had a hat trick within the first 15 minutes, scoring with both feet, and then added a couple of assists from corner kicks. So really just did a little bit of everything last night, and it's going to be interesting to see how she steps up to a pretty significant increase in the level of competition with Great Crossing in here, because these teams haven't actually played according to our records this season. That may be incorrect, or kind of dealing with, a little bit of a blurred picture in terms of like where these teams have been so far this season.
The Lady Flyers didn't play a lot this year. I think they only played 7 games, and they did not win a single game. They only scored 2 goals the entire season, according to the stats that we have. And then they scored 5 last night. So what we know about Great Crossing is a little more clear. They scored 59 goals, only allowed 23, only showed a 10-6 record for that. But we know that Kendall Crump is going to be trying to put the ball in the back of the net early and often.
And one thing you have to look at when you look at this Great Crossing roster is, and we've seen them a few years in succession now, is a lot of these girls have senior next to their name on the roster. These girls have been playing together a long time, and it shows in the way that they pass and move.
All right, John.
There's the cross coming in. Great Crossing on the attack early, and that one's going to go out of the reach of the Warhawks.
That was really to nobody. It was a cross into space, but not so much aimed at a certain person.
You see all the standing water on the track there. We have had so much rain over the past little bit, and there was kind of some question early, between us that work here in Cable 10 on whether or not we were going to get this game in. One of the benefits of having turf is it tends to dry out pretty well, so here we are.
It definitely is. It looks pretty decent on the field. We weren't able to get down there before this, and shot on goal just wide. Wow.
Yeah, that was a nice take there. That was number 10, Kaylee Tyson. That would have made her 10th goal on the season, and we are going to get a goal kick. I thought there was a little bit of deliberation, and I apologize. That was actually Kaylin Crump who fired that in with the right foot and not far away there.
Kaylin is a senior, so we're going to get the goal kick set up.
Really, it's kind of been such an interesting time just kind of looking through what and I'll put a pin in that as Great Crossing on the attack here.
So they're trying to control in the middle there, and that is going to be a throw in.
Yeah,
Lady Warhawks.
That was Nevaeh Acuff, who had a pretty good game last night for Franklin County, but playing the Flyers into some danger that time and managing to get away with it. Great Crossing on the attack again. That's a nice through ball down the right channel. Here comes the cross, and still up in the air, not able to knock it in, but a wide open goal and a nice save there. And that was number 15 for the Flyers with the last save. That was Layla Reuter, who just stood on the goal line, got herself in front of the goal, and let's take a look at it here on the floor show replay.
Yeah, nice through ball there. The goalie needs to be a little more forceful, but a great save there. The ball was in danger, and while we were in replay, there's a goal.
Yep, that will be goal number 1 as
we'll see who gets it.
Tyson.
Kaylee Tyson with the goal. As you see the goalkeeper pace and pull. We came back from replay just in time to see her picking the ball out of her own net. Here comes the cross in. That's a nice cross coming in by Kaylee Tyson, and it looked like that was just a cross that ended up finding the net. So
that's exactly what happened. I don't know that she intended to put it on net, but it was on net.
So much like Franklin County did to Western Hills last night, Great Crossing has jumped out on top early.
Jayla Bowen kicks it off there and Crossing back on the attack.
Yeah, that's one thing that we saw with Franklin County. Western Hills really had the lion's share of the possession early, but once Franklin County got one or two counters, they were able to score quickly. Here's the left-footed shot and hooked it just a little bit. It took kind of a wicked spin once it hit the turf, and that's one thing I'm kind of interested to see is how this turf is going to react, because, you know, the first part of the game last night, it was maybe misting a little bit, and then around halftime it started to rain, and apparently didn't stop until about 3 o'clock today.
The ball really did not. The ball really skips. The game gets faster on the ball and harder to handle, but the players are slower if the field is wet. So it just makes the ball a lot trickier.
Yeah, ordinarily, if you're playing on a natural surface, players love having just a little bit of moisture because the ball just plays that much faster and you don't have to worry about it just digging into the turf. But when you're already on a turf surface, you know, that may have an influence even more so, and maybe more than you want.
This is Finley Eisen on the corner.
Yeah, Finley Eisen with 4 goals and 5 assists on the season.
We'll see who actually takes it. Over there with her is Kaylee Tyson.
It's good to have options, I imagine.
There's
the short corner, and they're just going to get it to the right foot of, I believe that was Eisen who took that, and they'll set up and do it again.
Great crossing.
And they just quickly get it in there.
Here's the shot from distance, wow. And another highlight reel goal. We haven't even played 5 minutes yet. That one was
Anna Kate Stefanik, or no, that was Lola Dooley.
Lola Dooley, the senior. So we have
2 19s on Great Crossing.
We've had 2 seniors so far notching the scoreboard, and Great Crossing 2-0 up after only 4 minutes and change played. Frankfort High is the team on the other side of the bracket who will be taking on Frankfort Christian tomorrow night in the 2-3 game. And they await, whoever wins that awaits the winner of this game. So here comes Great Crossing, and that 3 ball was to nobody. So we'll get a chance for Franklin County to have a goal kick, but the last couple of goal kicks, Laney, the Flyers have kind of put themselves in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, I don't understand why you would kick from the middle of the goal and kick into the middle of the field, knowing that you're playing the ball into danger. That makes no sense to me. Kendall McLean there with the kick, and
that's going to be a corner, another unforced error.
Corner kick. Great crossing.
So Great Crossing has a chance here to get up 3-0 less than 6 minutes into the game. They've been pretty good off these set pieces so far.
And that's a confident team that takes a short corner because they know that with their footwork and their passing, they can work their way into the opposition's goal mouth in the penalty area.
Well, the Great Crossing, you can just see the skill level is so much higher than what Franklin County has, and that's no offense. The Great Crossing is a pretty skilled team.
That was a nice step over to shake the defender by Kylie Moore. And this is Kaylin Crump.
She was in space there, just went and took the ball back after turning it over.
Yeah, still with it, and I believe that's going to be a throw. We didn't really see the angle this ball went out.
Or did it get to the corner? No one knows. Where's
Yeah,
the
it
ref?
seems like even the PA announcer's a little bit confused. And now
Oh,
it's
they're
goal
coming.
kick,
Yeah, it's a
so
goal
that was
kick,
option
okay.
3. I'll do the best I can with Great Crossing as they have, it looks like, there's another goal, number 3, and this is just getting kind of ugly now as that one just really passed into the back of the net.
Bailey
You heard right
Maxwell.
there. That is the 2nd goal in the season for Bailey Maxwell. 3-0 your score, and Franklin County just finding it hard to get the ball out of their own side of the field, and I think just a little unsighted there was the goalkeeper, Payson Poole.
I don't know even how that ball got through there. Bailey Maxwell is the daughter of the Great Crossing boys coach, Nick Maxwell. So.
We'll see them in action here in just a little while after this game. Great Crossing taking on the Franklin County Flyers, who were victorious last night 7-0 against Frankfort Christian.
Throw in for the Lady Warhawks here. They're going to play it,
And the Flyers,
play it back and then switch fields and play it forward.
The Flyers have just been on the wrong side of a game of keep away so far.
Yeah, they really can't get control of the ball. And the Lady Warhawks are just walking it up here.
And we did see that the Flyers were a team that likes to maybe sit back and try to get the ball deep in their own side and counterattack. They had some success doing that, but
Audrey Eddington not able to corral that one. Throw in.
But now they're laying back maybe more of a byproduct of the opposition just being that good on the ball.
Yeah, the Lady Warhawks are just controlling the ball. Nice switch there.
Yeah, wonderful work with both feet. And now the Warhawks on the attack again. That's a nice through ball into space on the right-hand side. Cross comes in. That time it is cut out.
Still in danger here.
But no one can get a really authoritative foot to it for the Flyers. So Great Crossing still with possession, and they're going to bring it back out and reset. And that cross comes in and once again goes straight through the hands of Payson Poole. 4-0 your score, and we haven't even played 10 minutes yet. Franklin County really running into a buzzsaw. Let's take a look at this again. I want to see who had that. I thought she was just going to try to kind of chip it into play, but I think the strategy has been to test the goalkeeper, and that is exactly what they've done. And 4 times now, that strategy has paid off in spades.
Was that Bailey Maxwell? I couldn't see who it was.
Yeah, it's the color scheme, unfortunately, on the Great Crossing jerseys, with comparison to the surface they're playing on, isn't doing us any favors right now.
Yeah, kind of hard to see numbers this far away. Crossing will just matriculate the ball down without much effort. Dangerous ball, and the goalie needs to get on that.
Yeah, I'm not sure why she didn't attempt to pick that up. I think it was last touched by a Great Crossing Warhawk, and just a lot of confusion there on the back line for Franklin County, and that one is tapped in.
Goal?
It looks like that is, didn't pick up the number 18, I believe, who scored that time. So that is Kendall Crump, who notches her, by my count, 24th of the season. And this is getting out of hand now for the Flyers, as Great Crossing is so far proving to be exactly what they were advertised to be. Just some confusion there, nobody able to clear it on the back line. I'm not sure what they were, I think there was just kind of, you take it, no, you take it.
Yeah, she snuck in there and just put a foot to it and it went in.
I think it all started just based on, I think maybe mistakenly so, goalkeeper Payson Poole, I think thought that it came off the foot of a Franklin County player, so she was going to have to play it with feet instead of picking it up.
Erroneous. Great Crossing switches fields. Eludes the pressure.
This is Audrey Addington playing it forward now. Warhawks, and they're just really kind of walking it into the goal right now, and threat of an own goal here, and finally clearing the danger are the Flyers. And called that a goal kick. I'm not sure what.
Yeah, the great.
Were they offside?
Must have been.
Yeah, the flag was up. I think maybe the confusion of the Franklin County back line might have actually played it to their favor, as nobody wanted to drop back and take up defensive duty, so they kind of caught the Warhawk on the wrong side of the line.
Sorry, Valadares with the free kick straight into the Lady Warhawks. Now controlling.
Here's the Warhawks, just really able to commit so many bodies forward, because Franklin County has just been unable to maintain any kind of sustained possession of note. Here's great crossing, and Franklin County just backing off so much, giving the Warhawks all the time on the ball that they want, and this is the kind of team that will punish you for that.
Looking for a cross here.
There's the lay off, that cross going in and nearly notching it into the goal off of the deflection from the save.
Stopped in bounds here.
Yeah, great crossing.
Play's
still
not
with
over.
It. There's the cross coming in, and this time Poole able to just about wrap it up.
Yep, Poole made the save there.
And this is the part of play that, Franklin County has gotten themselves into trouble so far on goal kicks. And this time she actually puts a little bit of her foot into it, and it's probably the correct strategy.
That's played where it was supposed to be.
But great crossing with it again.
They just get possession so quickly. Addington just walking it down.
Here's Addington. The top of the 18-yard box. Looked like she might have wanted to rip the shot with her right foot, but great crossing, content to be a little patient here, as they've got quite a lead to play with.
Played it all the way back to midfield now, back on the attack. Long cross.
And it's a confident team that's willing to play out from the back like that, as we've got a foul here. And I think that was Vallardes taking a little tumble. She had a pretty good game for Franklin County last night, and like many of the Flowers, has just really kind of failed to be able to have much of an influence so far. I pointed this out too. I love the traditional black and white patterned ball.
Yeah, they come in all kinds of varieties now.
Yeah, but this one, we had this one last night as well, and it's kind of been nice. Makes it especially easy to see out there.
Addington up the side.
There's Addington shaking off the defender, getting it onto her right foot, then lays it off with the left. Warhawks still with it. A lot of time. Here's a shot from distance, sailing just over top of the crossbar. Looked like that one might have been just a little bit wide as well, but great crossing. Not letting up here.
Now they're willing to take some shots now with a 5-0 lead. It's pretty easy to sit back and take a few shots.
Yeah, and you see that maybe keeper for Franklin County, Payson Poole, has maybe just a little bit of maybe her confidence is just a little bit shaken so far. She kind of,
Yeah, there's a lot of hesitation.
And maybe some communication issues with her defensive front in front of her from the Department of Redundancy Department. Here's the shot and a nice finish. Calm as you like. And that will make the score 6-0. That is
Kaylin Crump.
Kaylin Crump, the other Crump, the senior, putting in her 7th goal by my count of the season. That just took a wicked spin and curve, and putting up a hand is Payson Poole. Not able to get anything on that. 6-0 your score. Great crossing, looking to end this one early. And they're not done yet. Here comes the right-footed cross. And
oh, she wants that back.
Yeah, I think she just took a step too far underneath of it. The angle maybe didn't do her any favors. That was Kaylin Crump.
Kaylin Crump there.
Looking to
She's up at the
double
left.
up for the game.
She's up with the left striker. Trying to see. Here we go. Goal kick.
And one thing that I've seen so far, 6-0 your score, just a little over 15, little under 15 minutes, and that'll be goal number 7. So my point is rendered immediately moot. That is number 18, Kendall Crump, with yet another goal. So I've got her for 2 tonight.
Yeah, I have her down for 2.
Which brings her total on the season to 25.
She's having a heck of a year.
With the left foot as well, that's pretty impressive.
Just a sophomore. There she is again.
Yeah, with the step back and just all the time in the world. She finds her, assuming her sister, Kaylin Crump.
That is her sister, Kaylin Crump. And that ball is going to be throw in Warhawks.
Throw in Warhawks.
Great Crossing looking to put themselves in a position to maybe have a little extra rest.
Absolutely. Plus
Going
play some
into-
young folks.
Yeah, and a shot from distance, that'll go over for a goal kick. That was Kaylin Crump.
Bailey Maxwell right there in the middle, number 2.
And we did see in this getting back to having a little rest before the final game, and the missed clearance there by Acuff, and that'll be another corner for Great Crossing. Last year, Great Crossing having a pretty easy time in their preliminary game and making the final, playing Frankfurt High, and Frankfurt really hung tough and closed it down to a goal difference late, and were really in that game the whole time. Great Crossing walking away with the 41st District last year, but they definitely knew they were in a fight. It'll be really interesting to see that game tomorrow night between Frankfurt High and Frankfurt Christian. Frankfurt High's, both their boys and girls program have really impressed and really kind of been on the up and up over the last couple of years. Here's Crump with left-footed cross into the box.
Looked like a handball, but
yeah, it was
wasn't called.
It was close. It looked like it might have been just off of the shoulder, and I believe that was number
6. It was Crump. It was.
I was looking for the defender's number
Oh,
there. That's
sorry.
it's okay. That's Salamanca, who
Corner kick.
may or may not have had a goal last night. It was it bounced off a couple of flyers and found its way into the net. They could do with some similar luck here, but they've really got to get the ball out of Great Crossing territory.
Who got this goal? Is this on the original?
And that was a goal, and that was Tyson knocking that one in. That was off of the corner. I was waiting to see where she was in relation to the last 2 defenders, but really just a great job of following the play in there as she came from about 5 or 6 yards out, did what they tell you to do, play to the whistle, not to, where the ball's at. With an 8-0 lead, Great Crossing is going to get some substitutions, and really wholesale substitutions here, as we're seeing a lot of new green shirts coming onto the field.
Yeah, by my count, they have scored a goal about every. They have 9 goals in 18 minutes, so every 2 minutes.
I don't know how efficiency ratings are equated for girls soccer, but I'd have to say that's up there.
I'm sorry, it's 8. They have 8 goals. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have 8 goals.
If we had math skills, we wouldn't be here.
That's right.
That's what I always say about having entered the world of broadcasting.
So wholesale changes for the Lady Warhawks. We'll get you caught up on who's out there in just a moment.
And really for the Warhawks, this is a nice luxury to have. Number one, having so many players actually on the bench that can come in. And number two, you're getting some of the younger players some tournament experience.
Absolutely.
I'll have to pull out the roster now to kind of get some of these names. And unfortunately for Franklin County, they don't have near the depth and numbers on the bench to be able to rotate the way the Warhawks can. And as much as they've been having to chase so far in this half, those legs get really weary after as much of that as they've had to do. It's difficult to just keep defending constantly.
They played a lot of chase the ball, for sure.
And you look
Great
at
Crossing likes to switch fields, come to the back, reestablish the attack.
when you look at Bowen there, she's just been kind of on an island tonight, not very many touches. And they're calling that a goal kick. I thought
I thought it was off
of a
of
flyer.
the defender, but that is number 38, Peyton Brodus. Alongside her, number 11, Peyton Maxwell.
We've got Cameron Kinney, number 24, freshman into the game. And that, you're seeing a lot of freshmen and sophomores, their numbers being called here, and that's kind of speaks to what I was talking about, a chance for some of those other players to, of course, we haven't seen them play all season, so, I know you're a little more clued into Great Crossing sports than I am, but
yeah, my kids go there and my wife teaches there, so I do know some of these kids. That is the correct placement for a goal kick, out to the side. Great Crossing back on it.
And we'll see kind of how Franklin County is able to dig in and defend against some of these younger Lady Warhawks.
So far, they've looked okay. They haven't had possession much, but they have not given up a goal post the wholesale changes. That was a misplay. And that is going to be a throw-in Franklin County.
And we haven't seen a lot of these, and it's a chance maybe for the Lady Flyers to finally just get some numbers forward. But again, if you're doing that, it always opens up the possibility of getting hit on the counter, especially against a team that can switch play and move the ball around the table
just like
as much as Great Crossing can. And
just like they're doing right here. They switched fields, reset, down the field they went to Cameron. No, that's Caitlin Welsh.
We've got Peyton Maxwell here, freshman with a nice step over, lays it off.
Great ball.
It's coming in from the right side, and that time the cross is cut out, but danger still there, chipping it in. Ball lands right in front of the goal, and it's skied over the top of the bar. And that was number 38, Peyton Broadus, the senior, who I think could definitely saw the ball in the net before it actually got to her foot.
Yeah, she wants that one back.
But sometimes the way those bounce, it's tough to keep them down.
Goal kick. Trying to establish a little bit of
on
this
the
ball.
whiff, on the clearance. Warhawks with the chance to
Brodus
notch
to the
another
middle.
one, and
Oh.
another whiff.
Kylie Moore wants that one back.
It's contagious. Here's the shot from distance. That one's going to sail over and wide.
Peyton Maxwell did the right thing there. I mean, that was a good take. Just a little high. It's easy to get excited when the ball is at your foot and you're open and time is short.
And I think from the opposite side of it, it looks like that back line from Franklin County, anytime the ball bounces, it's almost as if nobody wants to really just step up and claim responsibility for it. And that is
directly to Kylie Moore. And that is going to be a throw-in.
Yeah, that
Warhawks.
was probably the best result they could have had at that point.
Layla Reuter just tried to get control, and out of bounds she went with it. Caitlin Welsh here. Right in the middle.
Here comes the throw, and
Lady Flyers trying to get some
Reuter,
possession here.
She manages to keep it in. That might actually just lead to some more pressure from the Warhawks.
Switch fields.
Sometimes it's a little like in basketball, saving saving possession under the opponent's basket. Throwing it back in, it may not be the best thing to do because you're giving the opponent possession right where they can score, and that is going to be a corner.
Lady Flyers doing a little bit better job now of trying to keep the Warhawks from having easy shots at it.
Relatively so, yes. I mean, it's been 5 minutes.
Here comes
We
a
haven't
long
had a goal
shot.
yet. And really
Played
just,
back into the middle instead.
yeah, I think maybe caught in two minds that time was Caitlin Welsh. She looked like she was running at it, like she was going to take a right-footed shot, and maybe at the last second thought, maybe I'll try to just chip it over the top of the back line. There's a shot from distance, and getting in front of it this time was
Payson Poole stopped it. Knocked it down and controlled it. She's going to take her time and bulk it out to the top of the box here.
She's had a lot to do this evening.
Almost out to midfield. Nice job.
Here come the Warhawks attacking from the left this time. Number 21, Welsh, plays it into the middle. That was Broadus, I believe, who
She had a shot at it.
got to it, took the first time shot with her right foot and just couldn't really get any power behind it.
Got it controlled. Back out. Switch fields now.
And you look at Great Crossing right now, a lot of positional discipline. You see players
Yep.
dropping into space, taking up space when the other player leaves it,
Controlling the ball.
playing between the lines as you saw right there. Here's Bowen. And this is where she likes to play, just kind of on the shoulder of the back line. And she does have some ability and some speed and quickness that once she gets a little sliver of space, she exploits it. Not able to do so that time.
That was about the most possession they've had in this half, was that 15 or 20 seconds right there.
Makes it back to Bowen, splits the defenders, and that one's just going to carry a little bit too far for her, but that's what she likes to do. She likes to just get out, make the turn, and then just put a little bit into that and play it into space because she knows she's quick enough to get to the ball first.
Throw in, Great Crossing.
Another throw in for the Lady Warhawks.
It is
Caitlin Welsh. I don't know why they're so bunched up there on the sideline. There are open players right in front of her. There we go. Reset. Switching fields. Now the attack.
Yeah, just turning, just flipping the field so easily. Nice little step over, shot from an angle. That time Poole was able to clear it. Still with it, and that one bounces off. It looked like it might have bounced and hit the hand of Salmanka there, but
Yeah, she's lucky she didn't get a handball there.
I think they do sometimes, if a ball takes a strange bounce, they do give a little bit of grace to the goalkeeper, and that is about as strange of a goal as you're going to see.
I don't even know who scored that goal.
Yeah, it kind of knuckleballed its way in. And let's take a look at this again. So number 11, Peyton Maxwell, the freshman, that looked like it just took one of the most wicked bounces, bounced off the arm
Oh, it was an
of
own
Akoff
goal.
and just kind of ping-ponged its way into the back of the net, 9-0, and now this game is close to being academic. I mean, academic it already is, but it's close to being over as we are close to hitting that dreaded mercy rule of 10-0, and for Franklin County, you never want to get mercy ruled to have your season come to an end on your own field. So, you know, there's going to be some impetus on their part to not let that happen.
That ball was off Cindy Cruz, and just one of those unfortunate own goal situations.
And we almost got to see the Great Crossing keeper.
Yeah, we're not sure who's
Hannah
back
Baird.
there. If she's still back there,
She hasn't
it might
had
be
a
Chloe
lot to
Helton at this
do.
point.
There's number 5, Kylie Moore, trying to play the ball across the field.
Nevaeh Acuff is way up.
Broadus coming to get the ball in midfield.
Now it's a race.
And now we're going to get, I think that's Reuter there to clear it. And that'll be a throw for Franklin County. I thought it was 10 goals total.
All right.
free kick for Franklin County.
You see
This was
number
this is
13.
a free kick, I think.
That is Kendall McLean, the freshman. As it looks like Franklin County has
Down the
gotten
sideline.
some of their, I don't see any players on the Franklin County bench. I know their numbers were a little bit thin last night.
Yeah, Ebony Rose there was trying to control that and went out of bounds.
Here come the Warhawks.
Lady Warhawks on the attack here.
Playing it from the right side. Can they keep this one in? No. That'll be a goal kick.
Goal kick, Franklin County.
11 minutes, 30 seconds left in this first half. While we've got a second, we'll thank our main sponsor for Game of the Week in all forms. That is David Toll's Auto Pro Tire and Auto Service, who've been so good to us over the years here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week. There's the shot from distance, and that one finds the back of the net.
That's Peyton Maxwell.
Peyton Maxwell, the freshman, knocking it in from well outside the box.
That is the 10th goal.
Yeah, we're not really sure. There's been some discussion on what the mercy rule is now. Peyton Maxwell took a touch, laid it in front of herself, and fired that one in from way outside. Nothing the goalkeeper could do.
Great job on the floor show replay. That was well done. The mercy rule, we believe, is 8. There will not be a second half, assuming this score holds. They do have to play a half.
Broadus.
Showing the
Senior.
twinkle toes there.
Yeah, she, of course, all these players now, they smell blood in the water. I think everybody wants to get in on the act.
Broadus has not scored this season, so she's playing up. She's playing a forward position.
We are hearing a little BTS there from the public address announcer tonight.
This is going to be cross here. Back to the middle. All kinds of time here.
Yeah, another shot from distance. This is just target practice at this point.
Kylie Moore taking her turn.
Kylie Moore not able to find the back of the net that time, but really the strategy now, I think, is just let's get as many as we can before halftime, which I guess isn't really saying much. That does tend to be the strategy of most sports.
That is the strategy. We are under 10 minutes here in the first half. Lady Warhawks are, without a doubt, going to win this one.
If you're going to point out the obvious, do so eloquently.
Right.
That's what I always say.
Goal kick. Lady Warhawks control that.
Nice step back by a great crossing.
I like the strategy. They have had this ingrained in them. Obviously, they do it almost by rote at this point. Is they when something's not quite right, they back it up, they reset, they switch fields, and they come at them again.
Yeah, and that takes a lot of confidence and a lot of just understanding between players on a team, and you can tell these kids, they played a lot together, and that's another goal. And that time, I believe that was Broadus who does end up getting her goal. Wonderful corner coming in with a lot of pace on it, and all Broadus had to do was direct it where the goalkeeper wasn't. 11-0. This does not look like pleasant reading for the Franklin County faithful. And I'd say that she didn't have a lot to do, but that actually is a really nice finish, as that ball was whipped in with a lot of pace, and it would have been easy to mishit that, but brought us with an excellent finish there, and I think she's going to take a bow now as Kaylee Tyson comes back into the game.
Yeah, she's excited. She got her goal. She's not scored all season. Did it with a little authority, so congrats to Peyton brought us.
Make sure you stay with us at halftime for the Classic Gold Master Jewelers halftime show, which may also be the post-game wrap-up. We'll find out when we get there, I suppose. And we have our play of the game brought to you by Central Kentucky Toyota Dealers, and the player of the game brought to you by Spree Credit Union. As really, you can take your pick on
That's
the
a
player of the
live
game.
ball. Oh my gosh.
Salamanca just plays it out for a corner as that nearly brought the score to 12-0.
I don't know. I mean, we have a lot to choose from. This ball, like,
Yeah, left
everybody
footed
just
shot.
kind of stopped. Like, oh, what do we do?
think it
No,
was-
it's still a live ball.
It was a depth perception thing where I think the goalkeeper was just letting that go, but you know, there are worse things than giving up a corner.
Here comes I thought they were going to cross. No, they just center it.
I think everybody just wants to take their best shot from distance now.
Yeah.
And
Peyton Poole with a stop.
poor Peyton Poole is the one that happens to be on the receiving end of all those shots.
There were a couple of times when I was playing rec soccer as an adult where I was almost always the goalie, and if we were playing like 10 on 11 or 9 on 11 even, you got a lot of work back there. We've got a fullback up in the middle now.
There's the shot, and
Oh, that is dangerous. All right, Poole is.
I do think there's some hesitance by Poole to really try to go to ground to go after that.
Yeah, I think she's just inexperienced, and she's seen a lot of pace tonight that she may not see in practice.
Yeah.
So she took what could have been a save there and turned it into a corner kick.
They're coming over for the corner. That's Kaylee Tyson and Peyton Maxwell, a senior and a freshman. And the freshman bringing it in. Nice job to avoid the defender. And that time, Poole was able to get down and stop the ball from reaching the nylon.
Tough angle there. This will be immediately taken by the Lady Warhawks. And nope, they get it up. Trying to get it to their one forward there, but no luck.
Hawks looking to switch play now.
Going toward the right side again.
That was Tyson, and actually that was cut out pretty well that time by number 11 for, I think that was number 11 for the Flyers, or it may have been number 13. It's tough to see from our vantage point here.
See the water standing there.
I'll just keep throwing numbers out. I think it was number 13. That was actually,
That's Abby King on the throw in there.
well, it was Kendall McLean who had the clear out for Franklin County as the shot from distance goes wide for great crossing. Now what they're doing now is just ruining their percentages.
I don't think they're worried about that. I think that what they're doing right now is getting good tournament experience, getting some varsity playing time, which is coveted at this point in the season. They've already played most of the games they're going to play in, so to get some varsity experience during the district tournament is big.
Another time putting herself in under pressure with the goal kick, and that's going to creep its way into the back of the net. 12-0 your score. We'll have to see who, it was number 14 actually. That was Brooklyn Hubbard, the junior, getting in on the act. So everybody's getting a little bit to eat tonight for the Warhawks. And really that was just played in with pace, and not able to get to ground in time was Peyton Poole, who's just really, you kind of feel for her position tonight. She's just been in the line of fire all evening.
So busy, so busy. All right, here comes the Warhawks again. So like we said at halftime, we will have all of the things we would normally have at halftime, the Classic Goldmaster Jewelers halftime show. And it's also going to be the play of the game and the player of the game. The play of the game is brought to you by Central Kentucky Toyota Dealers, and the player of the game brought to you by Spree Credit Union. And of course, we want to thank Esprit Credit Union for the post-game recap. They're the sponsor there as well. And again, all thanks to David Toll's Auto Pro Tire and Auto Services, Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher, West Banco, Central Kentucky Toyota Dealers, and our replay sponsors, Goins Insurance and The Floor Show. Thanks to all those folks who make the Cable 10 Game of the Week possible and are bringing you this 41st District Soccer Tournament this week.
And we have 4 games and 4 nights here from Benny Watkins Field.
8 games in 4 nights, plus the football game on Friday.
Correct.
We have girls at 6 and boys at 8. So we got the top of the bracket today. This is the top seed Lady Warhawks against the play-in winner, Franklin County, tomorrow night.
See, I was only counting this as half a game. That's where that math comes in.
Oh, gosh. Sometimes it's tough. We had a great football game here last Friday. 1-point barn burner between Franklin County and Spencer County.
Yeah, Spencer County coming in and really giving the Flyers all they wanted. And on the other side of town where I was, score was a little more lopsided as Western Hills really laying it on Grant County.
Yeah, Western Hills finally found their groove a little bit. Tomorrow night at 6, we will have the second seed Frankfort Lady Panthers and the Frankfort Christian Academy in a 2 versus 3 matchup. That's tomorrow night at 6. Tomorrow night at 8, it'll be Frankfort and Western Hills.
That's a matchup I really want to see because I believe that's going to be a repeat of the semifinal matchup we had last year that went down to the final few kicks. And Frankfort High, they were kind of the heart attack kids last year on the boys' side. They really had to fight from behind a few times and eventually fought from behind and won the tournament on penalty kicks. That was a really memorable game that we had last year. And that was at Great Crossing. So
friend Bo Craycraft is one of the Frankfort coaches there. So we have another Great Crossing goal. Kylie Moore.
Less than 2 weeks remaining.
It just keeps getting worse for the Flyers, and Great Crossing just keeps running up the score. And
it's tough to ask them not to play. They're already playing their bench. It's tough to ask them not to go full speed. So.
Yeah, and I mean, it's if we're gonna have the games play out to this degree, you can't. It's like you said, you can't. What are they gonna do? They have already had the substitutes in.
Yep.
So
these ladies that are getting to play, they want to score too.
And Franklin County, I mean, we saw them play really well last night. They've just been up against it from the word go tonight. So nothing to hang their hat about. They did have a really stellar performance last night, did the Lady Flyers.
Yeah, 1-5-2. That was their first one of the year. So.
And I believe you'll definitely see a couple of them, specifically number 24. And we do get a player from each team on the all-tournament team, but I'd be surprised if number 24 isn't one of those players for Franklin County. She just hasn't really had the opportunity to get involved.
There's a handle for the goalkeeper. I believe that is the first touch.
I think it's second. I think
Is
she
it
did.
the second touch?
We did see her one other time.
All right.
With a minute left, she had a pretty easy night as Great Crossing playing it down the left-hand channel and have a chance to pounce on this one. Can they make it 14-0 before we run out of seconds here in halftime, or in the first half, and it's subsequently in the game?
Not cleared there, still in danger. Now they push up.
Time and takes a shot, and it rebounds over to Great Crossing, and the Lady Warhawks still threatening here. Half a minute left.
Push down. Still looking, still working it.
Nice little Cruyff turn there by the Lady Warhawks, and that'll be a corner as I think at this point maybe a little bit of discretion will be in order for Great Crossing, but no, they're going to take it. And they're going to play to the whistle, and that'll do it. 13-0 your score as Great Crossing we believe will move on. Well, absolutely they'll move on, but we believe that'll be the end of the game, and I think that's what we're looking at, as Great Crossing as dominant as we really thought they would be, Lanny.
Yeah, absolutely dominant, absolutely. Hannah Baird was still in goal there, so.
I think we're lining up to shake hands,
Yep.
so that'll do it. And that is a final 13-0. Great Crossing, the #1 seed, moves on to Thursday night, and they'll get a chance to defend their crown against the winner of the Frankfort Christian Academy and Frankfort High game that we've got tomorrow night. We will take a break, and we'll be back with some highlights, replays, our player and play of the game, and we'll put a bow on this one. Stay with us here on Cable 10.
Classic Goldmaster Jewelers has an amazing selection of jewelry that anyone will love. Classic Gold also provides custom services like pearl restringing, engraving, watch repair, ring resizing, and custom designs. Classic Goldmaster Jewelers, 859 East Main Street.
Game of the Week halftime show is brought to you by Classic Gold. Art-carved class rings are available at Classic Gold Master Jewelers on 859 East Main Street in Frankfort.
There's a reason why Toyota is America's best-selling retail brand. It's the quality, dependability, and reliability that you expect from Toyota. And that starts right here in the USA, where Toyota has invested over $49 billion into 11 different manufacturing plants, including the newest one, a battery plant for its electrified vehicles. There are now 13 different Toyotas built in the USA, with more on the way. America drives Toyota. Let's go places.
The Game of the Week is brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. For all Toyota offers, visit Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
High five to all our local teams from Esprit Credit Union. Esprit celebrates and encourages you and your successes athletically, personally, and financially. Let us reward you. Open a High Five Experience account and earn money with your checking. Visit us at esprit.org for details. Membership required, federally insured by NCUA.
The Game of the Week was brought to you by Esprit Credit Union. Esprit Credit Union wishes all our local teams a great season. Show your local spirit with a spirited debit card featuring your school colors and mascot. Open an Esprit Spirited account today and let the rivalry continue. Federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome back, and now we have the Central Kentucky Toyota dealership's play of the game. And John, this was over in a hurry because it just took one goal, and there it was, kind of a weird little doink, but it went in.
And that was really the story, just a lot of shots from distance from Great Crossing that found the back of the net, and this one got out of hand really quickly for Franklin County, but Great Crossing really kind of living up to the reputation that they had coming into this tournament, and they're going to be a tough team to topple for either of the other two teams that play tomorrow night for the right to play on the other side.
And now it's time for the Esprit Credit Union player of the game. And John, I think we had a number to pick from since we had 13 goals in this one, but player of the game, Kendall Crump.
Yeah, we're giving a little love to Kendall Crump and Kaylee Tyson here, as Kendall Crump extends her lead in the scoring for Great Crossing, I believe, with her 2 goals tonight, and that was just a beauty with the left foot from distance. I believe that brings her to 25 on the season. And, you know, like you said, we could have picked from a number of Lady Warhawks. They were just the dominant force tonight, and they pushed their record out to 11-6 for Franklin County. They will.
And that is your Esprit Credit Union player of the game.
All right.
And now it's time for the post-game recap, brought to you by Esprit Credit Union. Here we go with the wrap-up of the game, and just a complete domination here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you look at the scoreboard and really, you know, it doesn't lie. And that team that you see just firing in from distance, Franklin County could really never get out of their own side of the field as Great Crossing just absolutely all over the Flyers. The dominant team that, you know, were deserving of the top seed coming into this tournament, and they really showed us why.
That is a great goal there. And from distance, this is one of the Crumps. Ball still loose, and she just sneaks in there.
Confusion, and I think just kind of caught everybody napping. And
that was Kendall Crump cleaning that one up.
And that is number 16, Kaylin Crump, with her own goal. And Lady Warhawks just in control and just spreading the love here, as now we see number 18 playing it in. It was tipped up, and that was Finley Eisen coming in to get her share of the scoring exploits tonight.
Then they make wholesale changes and keep going here. The scoring continues.
That was Hubbard. She had really wanted that goal and finally got it, and a nice finish on her part. And this is just making it academic at this point. Great Crossing moving on, and they will face the winner of Frankfort Christian and Frankfort High tomorrow night. Stay with us. We've got boys action coming up as we have the Esprit Credit Union post-game recap. We want to thank our sponsors with Express.
Thanks, everybody, for watching the Cable 10 Game of the Week. I'm Lanny Brannick alongside John Piesheimer. We'll be back at 8 o'clock for the boys matchup between Great Crossing and Franklin County. And we'll see you at 8 o'clock.
Goal, Brooklyn Hubbard.
In today's fast-paced housing market, you need realtors with experience who understand that timing is essential when finding the perfect home for the right price. Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher are here to ensure that you and your family have a positive experience from start to finish.
Real estate is what we do,
and families are why we do it.
The Game of the Week is brought to you by Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher. Choose local realtors that treat you like family, because real estate is what we do and families are why we do it. Reach out to the Hubbard team for all your real estate needs.
Retire a millionaire? Is this yearly?
Okay. A lot.
It's a big number, but it's doable.
I mean, yearly, a few hundred every month, you can get here pretty easily. I might get coffee a little less.
I think I could save $7,000 a year. Just comes down to budgeting.
To retire a millionaire, I think it'd be worth it, though.
I want to leave a legacy for my kids.
Save more for retirement with tips from WesBanco. Money doesn't make you wealthy. Understanding it does.
Game of the Week is brought to you by WesBanco Bank. Money doesn't make you wealthy. Understanding it does. So let's talk. Learn more at wesbanco.com. The Game of the Week is brought to you by The Floor Show. The Floor Show wishes everyone a great sporting season. Be sure to see us for all your flooring needs and personalized customer service. We are just minutes away in Lawrenceburg at 1110 Bypass South, or call us at 502-839-6917. Follow and like us on Facebook too.
In 1972, a young David Tolles vowed to jump the Kentucky River on his big wheel. He did not make it. We can rebuild him. We have the capability to make the world's perfect mechanic. Better, stronger, faster. David Tolles Tires and Auto Service on Duncan Road.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Whitehead Hancock. Whitehead Hancock Plumbing has been serving Frankfort families for more than 100 years. You can trust Whitehead Hancock for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and septic needs. Call them today at 502-227-2213 for 24-hour emergency service, or visit their website at whiteheadhancock.com. The Game of the Week is brought to you by Goins Insurance. Family owned, family operated, protecting Central Kentucky since 1949. Call us for the same great rates and great service you've always been given. Call 502-875-4270 for your quote today.